What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So I did want to make a video today on Test Drive because I've been thinking about a couple of things with this game and seeing some of the things they have been announcing. I really did want to talk about this in a video. Now, we all do know the Season 3 update is going to be Wednesday, March 19th. And I gotta say this, I am actually pretty excited to play and jump in and try the stuff out that they're adding. And I'm sure you could probably argue on how bad things were with the game and stuff like that and say that the update's going to be bad or it's about time and stuff like that, which I do understand. I mean, the launch of this game was definitely a huge disaster, so I definitely understand it. But I'm also looking at it going, okay, well, the newer racing game genre is kind of in an odd spot right now. A lot of the games are just kind of stale. Not a lot of stuff is going on. And I do also have to say that I'm going to be playing Forza toward the end of April when it obviously does come out. Looking forward to playing that because I've never got to experience Forza before, so I am excited for it. And currently, Motorfest is definitely on the stale side, I would say, for a lot of people. So, yeah, I kind of want to check out Solar Crown despite the entire beginning of it. I did end up pre-ordering this game for the Gold Edition, all that, because I was excited for a TDU game. And I do understand that the entire thing definitely wasn't what people were expecting. But either way, though, I do feel like Season 3 is going to be a pretty impressive update. I gotta admit that. It seems like they're going to be adding a lot of great things and things also people have been looking for. Which, you know, you can hate, we can all hate on stuff, but we also gotta give credit where it is due. Like, at least they are going to be fixing stuff. And I do understand that's not going to fix the overall fact of the game being, like, online all the time or the servers having issues. I do understand that. I mean, heck, if I get on the game, I have to basically turn off the voice chat because if I don't, I get kicked out of it every, like, 5 minutes or the game crashes. So I understand that stuff is really annoying, and not having a set offline mode is definitely going to be an issue there. Who knows? Maybe it might come a tad sooner. Now, a few of the things that did get me pretty excited, though, for one, guys, we are going to have the convoy missions coming. There is going to be over 30 of these missions across Ibiza and Hong Kong Island. That's going to be pretty dope, man. I mean, that's a lot of them, and they're also going to be adding more of them after the first update, which is also going to be pretty amazing. And I would say right there alone, 30 convoy missions or 30 plus guys is going to be higher level ones. You can make money. That's going to be 30 different new events in a way. They're going to rotate and stuff like that. I feel like that's going to be pretty dope. And on top of it, they also did end up announcing there's going to be 25 navigation type of events that are also going to be coming on day one in the update. Now, if you might have been wondering, well, what's going to be a navigation event? This is pretty much going to be a very similar event we did end up seeing at Midnight Club back in the day or Burnout Paradise. You basically would start the event in this location, the other one's going to be at a random location and a different part of the map, probably, on Hong Kong Island or Ibiza. When you're over there, you're going to start and you have to get to the other location and stuff like that. You can take pretty much any route that you want to take to get there. I think this is pretty dope for a couple of different reasons. For one, again, this is going to be 25 of them on day one. They're also going to be increasing this in an update post-launch as well. So right there, that's 25 of those events and 30 plus convoy guys. That's 55 different events. Like, again, I understand the game has hate, but we gotta give credit where it is due. I feel like this would be pretty dang entertaining. And again, with how some racing games are, with the game being on sale or being on sale eventually, you know what? I feel like players might end up picking this up. But besides all of that, though, when you are starting off in the event again, though, you pretty much have to get to that location. So one thing I loved about it in Midnight Club and also Burnout Paradise was the fact that you can find the fastest route, and there's also a bunch of different ways you can complete the events as well. So for example, if you took one route that was going to be decently quick, you can take a different one. It might be a tad slower, but you can still beat it. Basically, there's going to be a bunch of different routes in each event, pretty much making it almost like a bunch of different events. Even though there's going to be 25 of them, you can experiment with routes and stuff and different vehicles, seeing what car might do better in one area compared to the other. Like, I feel like that's going to be pretty cool, man. Again, I understand there's going to be hate around stuff, but looking at some of this, I gotta admit, like, I feel like this is a pretty positive update and a pretty positive change that is coming. I mean, the 25 navigation events alone sound pretty dang entertaining to me. And on top of that, we're now going to have car delivery missions, which I do gotta admit, I'm pretty excited to do these. I do know they're probably going to have like lower ranked one than higher ranked ones, I would guess. And also one thing I do want to mention, by the way, is Alex did say something about these being more in-depth than the ones that were in Test Drive Unlimited 2. And I'm excited to read about this on the launch day article. I will have videos and stuff on all of this. going over things in the update, like for example the convoy missions, the navigation, checking some stuff out overall in the update, guys. Again, I understand people are probably always going to hate Solar Crown. You know what? I can't really blame you. That launch was truly something. Even today, the servers are insanely unstable. There's going to be region lock and stuff, like I do understand that, but at the same time, like, you know what? Let me give the game another shot. Let me play it a bit. I mean, heck, I basically leveled all the way up to 25 in like 3 days doing a few events in the game, just trying to get the Lamborghini Diablo so I'm maxed out so I don't miss it. And I admit it was pretty entertaining level it up, even though like you can't do a ton of events. There's not going to be, I guess, a lot of ways to get money or like XP quick, so I farmed like a few different events, but either way, I still was able to hit that. One of the other things I am pretty glad that's going to be added, guys. Now, I know before you say it that yes, the game was basically solo before, which, you know what's funny, is not a lie because it kind of was. I mean, you basically did races. You were always by yourself. Finding other players was going to be fairly rare. Funny part is, though, when you were to do different races, you might find people, and most of the time, a lot of players probably want to go in solo or jump into the race with people. Y'all remember that one video I did a long time ago talking about this, and it turns out they basically designed it pretty similar to how I did talk about it. Not saying they saw that video because I don't know if they did, but I am happy to see something like this. You basically can go into the event, hit solo, and also on top of that, you can change the AI difficulty, and the best part is the AI difficulty is going to actually do something. The reason why I'm saying that is in Motorfest, if you change the difficulty, basically nothing happens. You're not getting better parts, you're not getting more money, you just get like a couple, maybe like 1500 more XP or something. It's honestly kind of a letdown to even have a difficulty slider in there if it doesn't really do anything. The difference in test drive, though, is it looks like you can go against like the crazy expert level AI, get more money, a boost and all that. That's pretty dope, and I am happy to see something like that. And again, I do understand the game is technically solo at the moment, but I am glad you can finally jump into a race by yourself, and you can also restart it, because before having to abandon the event and then start it again if something happens was honestly pretty annoying. So now you can pause the event when you're going to be in there solo. And that for me, though, is going to be a great change, because what if you needed to do something or you had to pause the game real quick? Before, there was no way to do that, so you basically hit the pause button, you keep driving, you have to abandon the event. But now you can actually pause it, do what you have to do, come back and finish the race. Like, that is going to be a great thing. And I also understand there can be another side of this, that they should have had this in the beginning, or these are the kind of features the game probably should have had. And I do understand that, like, it does make sense. But I also got to give credit where it is due. I'm glad they're going to be implementing things players are asking for. I mean, heck, guys, most of the games nowadays, and I can reference Motorfest and other games with this as well, a lot of players might be asking for things, and even to this day, those said things people are asking for are still not in the game that people do want. I mean, heck, look at Motorfest, for example, with that. We all do know players want painted wheels. They've been asking since the Crew 2. Is it in there? No, it isn't. So it's going to be similar things like that. I got to give credit that they are going, okay, well, the community is going to want this. Let's add it. I mean, heck, 55 events total, 25 events for navigation, 30 plus events for convoy or like the delivery missions. That's pretty awesome, dude. Like, I am looking forward to doing those, and I feel like 55 events like that is going to be a lot. I mean, we can all admit right now that is going to be a lot of different races to do. I mean, heck, they're going to be 30 different delivery missions. That's going to take time to even experience them. And again, there's probably going to be higher ranked ones and stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing that article. And 25 navigation races where you have to find the best route. Those sound pretty dang entertaining. I had such a great time doing those back in Burnout Paradise and also Midnight Club. So it's nice to see another game implementing that in. Funny part is, I do remember talking about this in old videos going, yo, this would be a really cool thing to see in the game. I think everybody would like having different types of events, and this is a great way to do it, and boom, it seems like Solar Crown is adding some of this in there. Again, competition is always going to be a good thing. We all have to agree with that, and I feel like it could be a great way to get other games to step up their stuff and all that with updates. And I'm going to throw this in there. Seeing 55 new events in this is kind of insane, because Motorfest only got 7 new races after around 4 months and all that, which is pretty insane to me, man. Gotta say, I feel like that's a huge L in that game right now with the way they're doing the events, the variety. There is so much dang room around both islands, especially Maui. They could easily be putting more race in the game, but for some odd reason, they are not doing it. I honestly do not understand it. Really does not make any sense, but do let me know what y'all think about the Season 3 update in the comments below. Again, I know this is not going to probably fix these server issues all the way. Hopefully, they'll get some of that situated to where you don't crash and stuff. Maybe better optimization is definitely needed. And on top of that, maybe the graphics can improve a bit. I do know players probably wanted that. Personally, on the PS5, I'm not like hating on it. I'm still playing the game a bit and not really like getting too pressed over it, but it would be kind of cool to see some graphical improvements here and there, which hopefully they might end up doing that. I would say the biggest thing alongside of the update is probably going to be the server stability, getting the rank things situated. That way you can have like a hub to where you go there and join races instead of trying to join random ones. That would definitely solve a lot of issues for a lot of players, which would be dope. Hopefully they're also going to be implementing that, which if I had to guess, they probably will be. But do let me know again, what do y'all think about the Season 3 update in the comments below? I am curious. And you know what? At least we can all jump on Wednesday and try this stuff out. And oh, last thing I did want to mention in this video is I will be going over the update a bit next Wednesday, also probably through the end of the week, going over like the new delivery missions, the navigation, showing the stuff on the season pass and all that, checking a few things out, because I am curious to really see what does change. And also, I'm sure people probably are as well.